It's December 2023. That's right, we're wrapping up the year. And I want to do a quick overview of what is in store because this month it's kind of confusing. There's a lot of internal chatter as well as external. And sometimes people are going to be putting their foot in their mouth, especially around the holiday. So, you know the drill. Grab your notebook, grab your pen, and let's chat. On the 1st, Mercury is going into Capricorn. Now, mark your calendar. We're already in the pre-shadow period. Mercury is going retrograde on the 13th. And it's starting in Capricorn and ending in Sagittarius. So it's starting in Earth and ending in Fire. So just note to self, we have 3 Mercury retrogrades in 2024, and they're all in the fire sign. So 2023 was a Earth sign Mercury retrograde year, but 2024 is a fire Mercury retrograde year. So there's such it's a change of pace. Let's just put it that way. But we are starting the year in Mercury retrograde, but during the month of December, to wrap up the year, there's 3 times during this Mercury retrograde that Neptune will be touching it. Also, Mars is also going to be conjunct. So it's got this overthinking, overanalyzing, really internal type energy to it. So you might be hearing news but going, is that true? Neptune's saying, I'm not giving you all the info yet. But Sagittarius is like, please, I am the truth seeker. Tell me the truth, or I don't want anything, right? So there's such a pull all month. So good news, when we get into about the 8th through the 10th of January, all of that confusion, it's going to just subside, and you're going to go, oh, well, if I would have just known that, I would have made that decision. Because decisions in December, good luck. Especially when we hit the 13th on, you are going to have a troublesome time making big decisions, and it's not really the time to do it. The universe is saying, slow down, wait until we hit 2024. So also with that being said, New Year's resolutions. I said this last year and I'll say it again, because we're in a Mercury retrograde during the first of the year. Try to set your intentions after the 10th, when Mercury's direct and it's in a better degree in Sagittarius. So you're going to go, oh, that's what I want to work on. Oh, there's that idea. I forgot all about that. Oh my gosh, yes. And then the drive comes back and you're like, okay, that's what I'm working on. That's my, my intention for the year of 2024. And you can get really clear on it and go, okay, I'm going to hit the gym now. And after the 10th, it's easy to just go, oh, that's what I'm committing to. Oh, I'm going to go back to school for this. Oh, I'm going to, go job hunting for that. I'm going to travel here. I'm going to learn this language. Whatever it is, after the 10th of January, that's when I would set your intentions for the year if you want to be successful. Otherwise, just go with the flow when we hit January 1st, okay? Just enjoy yourself. You might not even want to stay awake that night. I know I'll probably go to bed at 10. So, that'll be late for me that night, because there's just such a slowdown, a calming. There's no rush. You don't want to watch your tongue this month. I cannot stress that enough. People are going to have their religious views, political views, everything out on the table. And you just go, is it worth it? Do I have all the information? Do I need to join in on an opinion? Because do we know the truth in this month? No. Remember, Mercury's retrograde, Neptune's stepping in, Sagittarius is looking for the truth. The truth will come, but it will be cloudy until about the 8th through the 10th of January. So don't try to jump the gun, okay? If that gives you anything. So the month, just flow with it. But let's go over a couple other aspects. This one's a huge one, obviously, with Mercury, but there's more. On the 4th, Venus is going into Scorpio. So this is obviously like deep-seated love, commitment, connections. It's also a lot of relationships ending. That's right, the holidays bring out the best in some people and the worst in others. And this is a trigger point. So over the next couple weeks, we are going to be watching the roller coaster ride of Scorpio and Venus. So heads up, if you are kind of on the cusp with your partner, this might be the make or break moment. Or if you're with somebody but it's not committed, this is a time where you both might decide, yeah, let's make this official, or let's get engaged, or whatever it may be. This would be that time of the shift, the transformation, the death and rebirth of a relationship into a new one. It makes sense, like you might end one to start a new one. There's a whole bunch of things that can happen with Scorpio and Venus. So take note on the 4th onward for the next couple weeks. It should be an interesting show to watch just in general. On the 12th/13th, depending on where you're at, there is the new moon in Sagittarius happening. I'll do a video on this one so you can learn more about it, but it is such a great way. It's literally the archer deciding, what am I goaling after? Where is my direction? Where am I pointed towards? What's my North Star, right? Like, what energy am I giving? What do I want to learn? Where do I want to go? It's the new seeds you get to plant. So again, Sagittarius, I can get into it later, but it's really about planting new intentions. Where do you want to grow? It's all about academia. So learning, going back to school, transitioning schools. It's just so much about it. It's a religious spirituality. It's the house of God. So it's like what we believe. You might have a new belief come in or hear something and it just like inspires you. It's all about travel, long distance travel, learning different foreign languages. It's just a lot of knowledge seeking, right? So it might be a great time to seek out a guru, a healer, a Reiki practitioner around this time too, because obviously it's going to be supported, and it's that time of year where it can cause a lot of triggers. So expect this new moon in Sagittarius to be just a beautiful energy right before Mercury goes retrograde. On the 26th, we have the second full moon in Cancer happening. That's right, 2023 had another Cancer full moon. This is the second one and the final full moon of 2023, and it's in our 4th house matters. So obviously, what a time, the day after Christmas. If you celebrate, usually families around, friends are around. It's literally that house. So it's a time to have gatherings or not, because it's full moons. We're culminating the year. We're culminating the last 6 months. And so we can really reconnect with the mother, because Cancer is the mother archetype. So we can reach out to our moms, or we'll be thinking about our moms, healing with moms, and tapping into our feminine side and really healing that aspect of us, male or female. We all have a feminine side. So it's going to be very emotional, and definitely a release. So it should be, we have, obviously we're in Capricorn at that point. So it's going to be this earthy sun and then this really emotional moon. So it's going to be kind of a pull on duality of how we're feeling and what we're going through for the holidays. So just be aware of that, because if you do need to take a time out, you can kind of schedule like the day after Christmas. Well, you're going to feel it 3 days before, 3 days after, up to 2 weeks after. But you might really need some downtime after the holidays to recoup and gather yourself and your thoughts, especially if any triggers come up with all those emotions, because it can be very emotional. Again, this is a time not to chat about your Mercury's retrograde, but it's not a time to chat about your politic, the views on politics or religious views. This can just be like overly triggered and emotional. Plus we have the sun in Capricorn, stubborn Capricorns. So it's just like, this is what I think, this is the truth, this is what it is. And, you can't say that. It's a big, so just be careful. around the 26th with that full moon in Cancer, because it's a kind of a push-pull. So make note. I did forget to say on the 6th, I'm going to go back in time. On the 6th, Neptune is finally going direct. So while it's making these little tap-ins with Mercury retrograde, it's going to make things a little bit more cloudy, but this is where the light comes out, especially in January. So make note, things are going to get clearer, especially when we get out of the shadow period of Neptune retrograde plus Mercury's retrograde. So everything can start to like even out as we get into January. So don't expect December to be like super clear, but it will get clearer, I promise. On the 29th, yay, Venus is shifting into Sagittarius. And so it's going to lighten up, brighten up, and really push us into, searching across the globe for a partner, or going to explore with our partners, or really getting adventurous and taking trips, and vacations can happen. So it's going to be a lovely 3 weeks when Sagittarius Venus happens. And so when the 29th hits, you're going to have like a lighter energy too. If your relationship survived the month, it's going to have a lighter, brighter energy to it. And you might be traveling to see a long distance partner. There's long distance in there as well, which is interesting. So if you have been talking to somebody long distance, there could be a bigger connection, things like that. So the energy is shifting completely from a Scorpio, watery energy of everything so emotionally intense and transformational and death and rebirth, to all of a sudden like, this is the goal. This is where we're going. This is what we've decided on. We want to learn more about each other. We want to go travel. We want to see things. We want to commit. We want, it's very adventurous and really getting to know one another. So, or just getting to know people in different countries as just friends. It can be just platonic as well. So but in general, the energy is much lighter, brighter, and more adventurous. So it should be a good way to start 2024. And last but not least, on the 30th, mark your calendar, Jupiter is going direct in Taurus. It has been retrograde for the last, I think, 6 months at this point. And it's going to help if you've been struggling with those second house things. So, or where Taurus lands in your chart. So really getting back on track with better luck with work and the material side of things, growing vegetables, creating more of a comfort zone in your home. And it's textiles, it's nutrition, and really getting an idea of what you need physically, materialistically, moving forward. And there's so many gifts to be given by the universe when Jupiter goes direct again in Taurus. So, you can open up your hands to receive, especially to start the year in 2024 with it direct. It's amazing. So blessings upon blessings are going to happen at the end of the month, literally on the 30th. So it's going to shift. Everything shifts. So after the 1st, remember the 1st, we have Mercury stationing direct. So it might take until the 2nd or 3rd to really feel like, whew, but then we're still in a little shadow period. Doesn't matter. It's still going to feel lighter. So, and with all the fiery energy we're going into 2024 with, get ready. And it's a dragon year if you are into Chinese zodiacs. It's going to be one heck of a year with the dragon year. There's nothing calm about it. It's transformational. So we will get a break eventually, but 2024 and 2025, woo, they are really setting us up for success for our big shift in 2026. Plus we have obviously Pluto and Aquarius happening in 2024. There's just a lot. I'll do a video on that too, so you can keep in touch. But life is not going to be what it is right now. So the beautiful thing, think now, between the now and the 13th of December, what do you want in 2024 and even 2025? What do you want? And then how can you get it? Because when we hit January 10th, go full beast mode on it. But you can start to put it together, do a vision board, everything until the 13th of December, and then just let it flow. Like don't give a lot of energy. It's just going to use up your energy with all the retrograding action and everything else. So enjoy the month. Watch what you say and how you say it. Take things with a grain of salt. Wait for the truth to come out in January, or search for the truth yourself, because you're not getting the full truth this month. So enjoy yourself, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy each other. And I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.